Hello everybody, I hope you've been enjoying the blog hop and I hope that you'll watch my video. So today we're doing this adorable little packaging. It's also Christmas in July, so I hope you will love it. It's a really fun gift box. It holds Ghirardelli chocolate squares inside or any chocolate candy. It's a really nice size and I think you guys will really enjoy making this project. So I'm going to teach you how to make that today. We're going to use a few products here and there, and I will introduce those as I make it. I'm going to go ahead and put our box, see how pretty that is, right over here. And we'll get started with a piece of Pool Party cardstock. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to score. Always so fun. I like to use my Simply scoreboard, but if you would like to use your trimmer, you may. Okay. And we're gonna score the long and the short side. I will have the measurements for both. So this is a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 inch cardstock, which is 21.6 centimeters by 12.7 centimeters. On the long side, I scored at 2, 4, 6, and 8, which is 5.1, 10.2, 15.3, and 20.4 centimeters. And on the short side at 2 inches and 3 inches, which I would recommend that the people that are doing metric would score at 5.1 and rotate the box and score at 5.1 again, so that if their inside is just a little different, it'll be completely even. We're also going to do a little bit more scoring after we've trimmed a little, so let's go ahead and burnish all of our pieces. I love doing 3D boxes, so when we picked the theme of Christmas in July packaging, I had to combine both. I love doing 3D. It's one of my favorite things, and I do a lot of 3D. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do a little trimming, and then we're gonna do some punching to get this really beautiful design on the top, okay? So we're gonna trim on this edge here in this short section. We're gonna trim a tab here and here. And then we're gonna get rid of this little skinny rectangle on the side. We're gonna chop it right away. Goodbye. And we'll get rid of this one. Okay. Now you're gonna cut down each of these pieces. So I like to cut my score line away. If you don't like to, then don't. But to me, I feel like a box sits better when you cut the thick score line away. So I like to use a thick bladed scissor. To me, I have the most control, and to me it's easier to cut the score line away. And so that's what I'm gonna do on both sides, okay? Let's do the other side. So see, this is pretty quick and easy. It's not hard. I'm sure that even in the other countries, you guys have chocolate bars that would fit this. It's a really fun size. Okay, so there's what you have left when you're done, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna punch this one and this one, but these two tabs need to be scored at 1 inch or 2.5, okay? So what we're gonna do is pull the other two tabs down. We're gonna put this in the corner here. I'm actually going to turn it this way so that this one will be right up at the top. And we're going to score at the 1 inch mark here, and we're just going to follow that line down and then just pick it right back up right here and finish. So you have a little score line there because that's how you get the bend in the top of the box like this. See how it bends in? Okay, so now you have 2 extra score marks. Where those score marks are, that's where we're gonna do our punching. So we are gonna use the Elegant Edge Tag Topper Punch. It fits a 2-inch piece. So I think it's 5 centimeters. So what you want to do is the ones that have the score line are the ones that are getting punched. So what you're going to do is you're just going to bring these in, and you're going to bring all these flaps down and bring it over and over like this. Okay, and then you're going to slide this one into the punch. First you have to unlock it, and you're just going to slide that in and just be gentle, just till it goes all the way to the top here of our little punch. Isn't it so cute? And we're gonna punch, and then we're gonna get the other one. So we're gonna put this one down and grab our other one and bring all the other tabs down, and the only one that needs to be sticking up is this one. And we're gonna slide it in right till you get to the back and line that little puppy up and give it a punch. Knock all of those little pieces out. Okay, so now you have 2 decorative edges and the rest are not. Okay, still with me? Let me get rid of all of this craziness into the trash. All right, while it is flat, before we glue it together, we're gonna add some designer series paper, and this paper is from the Nests of Winter, just like our little bird is. So we have our bird that I have fussy cut out. And then we have 5 pieces here of designer series paper. They're 3/4 of an inch by 1 3/4 of an inch. Actually, there's 6 of them, sorry. Or 2 centimeters by 4.5 centimeters, okay? And I'm gonna show you where to attach all of these down. So I'm gonna grab my silicone mat because I always tend to make a mess. So we're gonna start with this one. And we are going to add it to that middle panel all the way down. So start there, and you're going to have a little 1/8 of an inch all the way around. I love this Nest of Winter's paper. I have used and used and used it. I keep buying it. I can't get enough of it. I think it's pretty awesome and amazing. I hope that you guys like these projects with Pool Party. I think Pool Party is one of my favorite colors. And I love it to use it for Christmas. It's quite unusual and quite lovely. You don't always have to use traditional Christmas colors, but if you want to, you may. All right, so let's add this one. And then right here. And then the last 2 pieces are going to be right here where those little 1-inch score lines went. So we're going to add 2 more. So you need 6 of these little guys. This is a really fun box. So we're going to add one up here like that. And one on the other side. Right here. Again, you're going to have a border all the way around. Just hold it down for a second. Now we're going to glue our box together. So this little tab is going to get some glue. Just like that. And I'm going to bring this in and bring this over to meet it. And I just want to make sure that my score lines are lined up. That's the most important part. And they are. So I'm just going to press there, and that's our little box. Okay, so we're putting that tab together. I like to push it in both directions and just make sure that it's nice and adhered. Okay, now you got to find where that tab is on the inside. So I always like to lower these and find it. So it looks like it's right here on this piece right there. So that's going to be the back of my box. So this is going to be my front. And or if you don't want to see it and you want to make this your front, you can do that as well, whatever you want to do. But this is going to be my front right here. So I'm going to push these in, And then these are gonna come together. So you bend those like this, and then there is our little piece on there. So on the bottom, you wanna put your sides in, and you can put a little bit of glue on each layer, or just leave it to the last. It will hold either way. I like to put my sides in first, and then the back, and then the front last. Okay, so there's that one. And you just want to square it up as you go along. And then this is, sorry, let me open this. I shouldn't have tried to close that first. There we go. Now comes our last one. So I'm just gonna bend this and put my adhesive. And that's the bottom of your box closed. Now you're gonna put in your sides after you put your candy in there, and you want these two pieces to be connected. So what I used was some Velcro dots. I will link them in the description of the video if you would like to look, just look there. They are really cool, and these are the 3/8 inch. You get 56 of them in the pack. You only need one because we're gonna use half of it. So what you want to do is figure out which side is the fuzzy side. I'll show you that there's a difference. I glued them together when I got them just so that I wouldn't have to figure out this stuff. But see how one side is white and one side is more clear? The white side is the fuzzy side. We want that to go towards the front panel and the clear side to go to the back. So we're going to just cut this circle in half. Yes, you can use your snips or any scissor. So there's our two pieces. So we're gonna pull the back off the white part. So the backing comes off there, and we are gonna stick it right along. This is the front of our box, this edge. So we're gonna put one on that, right near that seam. And again, we want the white part at the front. So we're gonna pull this one off and stick it right up against the front. The reason we want the white at the front is it's not gonna be seen. You're gonna see this when you pull away. So we want the clear to be at the back. So now we're gonna remove from the clear side the back and from the clear side the back. And then all you're gonna do is hold your box, line up your little holes, grab and pinch your box together like this. Once you have it lined up, see how pretty that is? The way that you want it, you're just gonna pull your box apart. And now you can open, I don't know why this is getting stuck. This never happens. You can put your, if you want to cut them shorter, you can, but I really like the look of it nice and big like that. So you're gonna put your little piece together like this. And now you have your little piece held in place by these cute Velcro. So as you can see, you can't really see these Velcro dots, but you can see the white ones better. So that's what you want to use, is these Velcro dots. They're amazing. I use them for so many projects. They're super strong. They hold really well. So now we're gonna decorate, whoops, the front of our box, okay? This section here. So if you have any little stray pieces, I like to go around my box and make sure that I don't have any little pieces that I missed when I trimmed originally, and I don't now. So now we are going to add our banner. Gotta find it. I don't know what I did with it. It looks like it's missing. Oh, here it is. So we're gonna do a banner and a small square, and then our bird. So the banner is from Stylish Shapes, and it is the tiniest one. And then the littlest square, I'm actually gonna make it a diamond. So I'm gonna turn it like this. I'm going to adhere our bird to the diamond where his beak is at the tip of the diamond and this portion is on. So a little bit of his tail sticks out and most of this side of him. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna flip. I know that most of these berries are okay, just down the center, and his beak, and right about there, and part of his tail. So that's about what you're gonna wanna put glue on. If it is overlapped, it's okay. So you wanna glue him down onto your piece, just like that. And if you have any glue, where it's not supposed to be, now's the time to remove it before you attach it onto your box. But I don't have any. I did good. So that's where you want to put your glue. Now on here, we're going to stamp with the Choose Happy stamp set. I love this set because I love these tiny sentiments. We're going to use the word joy, and we're going to add that with Memento Tuxedo Black right to the edge of my little banner, because it's going to get glued behind my bird. So I'm just going to add my word joy close to that left edge. Okay. Whoops. There we go. I'm going to clean my stamp real quick, then we'll continue. Okay. So cute. Now we're going to add our banner first, and a little bit of the tip is going to be sticking off our box. So you don't want to glue that, but the rest can get glue. So I'm going to turn my box up, and I want a little bit of that tip to stick out, and I want it centered on our DSP there. So right there, hold that for a second until it grabs. Now we're going to attach our little birdie. See, it's still not grabbed yet. I have to hold it for a second. There's just something. Sometimes you just have to hold it a little bit. There we go. So now we're going to add our little birdie, and the bird is going to be flat glued as well, right over the top like this. Isn't this so pretty? I love it. And so I'm just going to add to the bottom section here of the triangle, and that's the only place I'm going to put the glue. I'm going to bring this back up, and I'm just going to adhere my bird. I want to make sure his tail is not hanging off the box, so raise it up a little if you need to. Slide it over if you need to. Get it in the right spot where you're happy with it. And when you're thrilled with how it looks, just make sure you don't cover your word joy. You want to just press and hold for a second. Now we're going to work on our bow. So we have a little double bow here. I'm going to show you how I made that. So I'm going to put him down for a second. So I have a length of ribbon here. I don't know how long it is, but not that much. Look, about from corner to corner of your mat here. We're going to cut it down the center, all the way down that center stripe. So I'm just going to hold it, and carefully and slowly I'm going to just hold on to it in between my fingers like that, so that I can try and get straight, but as best I can. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's still going to look good whether it's crooked or not, I promise. So we're going to just basically tear or cut right long ways down the center of this gold mesh ribbon. It is so pretty. I love this ribbon. And once we have it done, we're going to hold our two pieces together, one over the top of the other, okay? And then you're going to tie a loop on this side with both lengths. Make sure that these are one on top of each other again. Do your second loop, okay? So you're going to have two bunny ears. With the ribbon, make sure that it's over the top, that it doesn't come out, because we can fluff it at the end. So just make sure it's nice and even, and you have your loop on this side. Okay, so now we have two loops. I'm going to cross them like an X and bring this loop through that open hole right there. And under it comes. Come on. And then I'm going to release these tails. So I'm going to let them go, and I'm just going to slowly pull till I have an even-ish bow, best I can get it. Okay. And pull until you have your loops the size you want. I don't want these too big because I have two of them, and then you can separate them. And if you have any stray, straggly pieces from the cutting, after you've tied your bow and it's nice and tight is when you can trim those away. So there is our cute bow. I'm going to just tie that real tight, and I'm going to trim this end. I don't need them quite this long. All right, and there's my pretty bow. Isn't that so cute? So now we're just going to grab a glue dot. and I'm going to attach it to the knot. And remove it. And we're going to attach it right here on the base underneath that center little pretty little eyelet scallop there. And then don't forget to fluff your bow with your double bow. And there is your cute little box. Didn't that turn out awesome? I love making treat boxes. It's one of my favorite things to do. 3D in general is my favorite. And if you like this project and you want more, buy our PDF. The Creativity Abounds PDF for the month of July is our Christmas in July packaging. So if you want a sneak peek of that project, here is my other project. So if you want something that goes together quite nicely, this is the project I will teach you how to make. So buy our PDF. I would greatly appreciate the support if you purchase it from me. There is a link in the blog hop video. I will put that in the description of this video so it gets you back to the blog hop and you can purchase the PDF. I appreciate having you as part of my video today. I hope you liked my project and I'm grateful to have you watch. So I hope you enjoyed this quick and easy project. Thanks for hanging out with me today. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!